Hello, this is LordUg. Yes, it is, and welcome to some Don't Starve. Well, this is me doing a voiceover while you watch me play some Wolfgang, and you can probably hear the hounds actually coming right now, so I'm going to my tooth traps. I got a bit cocky here. I was trying to show off a bit, and the hounds got a couple of bites in, but nothing that killed me, and the tooth traps did their job. Anyway, what it is I've got some questions that have been answered, that have been asked of me from I think from beginners who were just starting the game, and they wanted to know a few things. So I am going to answer some questions in this episode. Right, first question is, I said on that beginner's guide I did that by day 2 you want to start to look for a place to put a fire pit down and make a base, but yet when I played it, I was on day 5 and still hadn't put a fire pit down. So, I think they just wondered why I said day 2, and then I went to day 5. And I explained it a little bit in one of the videos where I said, Don't Starve is situational. It's very much dependent on the situation at the time. And that I've played some games where I've started off next to a savannah with no beefalo in, loads of rabbit holes, loads of grass around, saplings not far away, trees can be found, and by the time, and rocks not far away and everything, and by the time day 1's ended, I've had a fire pit, I've had a chest down, science machine, crock pot going, and I've had all, and traps down, catching rabbits and that, and I've had it all done and dusted by like end of day 1, and then there's been some other times where I just haven't found the right thing. It's been like 5, 6, 7 days before I've even put a proper fire pit down. So it very much depends on the situation. It's not like Minecraft. With Minecraft, people tend to do the same thing. You punch a tree, get some wood, make some wooden tools, find some stone, hit that, then make some stone tools, get yourself underground, start looking for iron and all that kind of stuff, and gold and diamond, and it's basically a very similar story every time you start. Whereas this, it isn't, because you never know how it's going to be. The resources are just not always there, and or you start off in the wrong place, like in a swamp or something like that. They just isn't got what you want. So you've got to adapt to every situation, but don't worry. The same base principle is the same. You're still looking for the same kind of area. You're still looking for the same kind. Well, you don't have to do it how I do. I'm just giving you an example. I mean, you can see I'm 170 odd days on this one, so my way does work to some extent. And you're still looking for that kind of savannah area, like you see here. Lots of rabbit holes. You can see all the traps laid down, and it's a big area. There's no beefalo around. We've got lots of grass sticking up out of the floor. Everything works well. This is the kind of area that's perfect. So this is the kind of thing you want. So you're looking for this kind of thing. Once you find it, you get your stuff down and you start getting your base together. Okay, so that's that one. It's a situational game, so just adapt. Second question I got was, will I do winter? Well, if you guys want winter, then I'll do winter. And right now, I only just plan to do a quick guide for beginners to get them past like day 10. But winter don't come till about day 15, 16. So if you want winter, then let me know. And if there's enough interest in doing winter, then I'll do winter for you, and I'll give you some tips about winter. Okay, third question. Worst thing about winter? Well, the worst thing about winter for me, and I think really, I just think it is, full stop. A lot of people would say deer clops. Oh, by the way, this forest here, I planted every single one of these. See, I do burn forests down sometimes, which people do get on at me for in message. I get messages saying, stop burning your forests. But I do replant them, as you can see. I like to plant them a little bit closer to base. So I'll burn some down to get what I need, like charcoal or ash and things like that. But sometimes then I'll just replant. You'll see me replant here as well. Yeah, so worst thing about winter, as I said, a lot of people would say deer clops in a heartbeat. No, to me, deer clops isn't. It's just staying warm. That is honestly the worst thing. Deer clops you can outrun. Deer clops you can drag over tooth traps and kill. Deer clops you can let beefalo go at him, and pigs and everything. And same with McTusk and them. But winter is there. The dying of cold is there all the time. and it is something that you've always got to be ahead of. So yeah, to me, the greatest danger in winter is just that. It's just the cold. That's it. This was a good one, because I can't answer this one. It's like, what would be my biggest secret to Don't Starve? Secret of success to survive, to playing Don't Starve? And I can't really say. I think one of the biggest tips I would give is don't rush. A lot of people, they want to have done everything by day, 5 or 6. And I think that's why some people die by day 10, because they'll see a beefalo and go, I'll go and kill a few, and then they die. But then instead of learning from it and leaving it, they'll go back and try and kill them again. And it's just or they'll see a tree guardian and think, hey, yeah, let's go and hit it, or things like that. And it's like, don't, in Don't Starve, you don't get extra points by being brave. So if you see a spider queen, don't think to yourself, well, yeah, cowardly thing to do would be to run, so I'll go and kill it because I'm brave. Yeah, you're brave, but then you're dead, and that's your game over. So, use your mind. And, you've got to, sometimes there's certain situations where you can actually just put a bit of thought into it and think, this isn't a good idea. Sometimes, yeah, it's best to have a go in certain situations, but most of the time you'll find it's easier to just run. And, it's like tree guards, I've said it before. Start planting them pine cones down. As soon as you've planted enough, it'll just squat into the floor and root itself back into the floor. Leave it then and let it go. Don't try and take it on. Unless it's like later on in game and you've got armour on and a good weapon and that, then you might want to just have just to try it or to get some living logs. But don't push your luck if you don't have to. I mean, spider queens are hard to kill on your own. Yeah, I can do it. I've done it before. I've done it a lot of times before. I've done it on video before. But that don't mean they're easy. It's only because I know how they work and the mechanics of them. So, don't take things on unless you have to. I don't. I'll run past a spider queen quite happily and leave her alone. I won't just run up to her and smack her just because I think it's a good idea, just because it might be fun. So if you want to survive, then you've got to use your brain a bit and sometimes run away from a fight rather than try and kill everything. So that'd be one of my biggest tips. Don't rush. Let things go by. Build yourself up. Make sure you're strong. I mean, I've done 180 odd days here, and I've only been in a cave about 2 times. You know what I mean? I am going to be going and exploring the cave eventually, but it's took me this long to just build up to a point where I'm starting to feel I can do that. So take your time. And finally, I just want to tell you some news. I have pre-ordered a game that I'm quite excited about, and it's now you're probably wondering why I'm telling you this, but because I don't usually, because it is The Walking Dead Season 2. Which I saw was on pre-order, and I've pre-ordered it. So that tells you guys that The Walking Dead Season 2 is going to be coming on this channel. It looks like it's going to be from Clementine's point of view, which I don't know how that's going to go, because she never really actually did grow up. I think she just saw the situation as, they were monsters and they were being stopped, rather than, like in The Last of Us, where, like, Ellie was kind of corrupted by the world around her. I think Clementine was still childlike. We're just seeing it as monsters and they're bad, so they must be stopped. So I don't know how it'll be when if it is playing Clementine, but it's looking like that right now. But yeah, either way, I have ordered it and I have got it. And also, I think when it's released, I probably will do a competition at some point, not long after the release. I'll do a competition where I get rid of a game of The Walking Dead Season 2, so somebody else will be able to own it too. Anyway, I think that's it for now, so all good news there. Now, if you've got any more questions, please feel free to ask them in comment, ask them in message. If you want to message me and ask them, that's fine too. And I will do the next episode for beginners, the Beginner's Guide, very soon. Remember, if you want a winter guide as well for beginners, then let me know in comment, so I know that people do want to see it. Okay? Right. Oh, by the way, that is what you call a lot of tooth traps. Okay? That is what you want. If you can get that many tooth traps, you don't have to care about anything. It don't matter if there's 30 hounds come. I could kill them. I've killed deer clops without traps. I've done a video where I actually showed you me killing deer clops with that lot of traps. So I could kill Deerclops with it, I could kill Tree Guards with it, Spider Queens, anything. Nothing in this game can touch me while they're there, while they're on the floor. If you can get that, then you're safe. That is what you're aiming for, something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.